Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist and Spiritual Teacher here. And today I want to talk about healing genital herpes. And a lot of people have it, and it's a huge challenge. And I get contacted all the time. How do I heal this? How do I get rid of this? Well, first of all, it's a virus. We really don't have a way to completely get rid of it altogether, but we can keep the outbreaks and symptoms down to well, basically nothing. So you can live a normal life, absolutely positively, and I've seen this over and over again. And so if you want to really do a consult with me and connect with me, my contact information is down below, so we can really get a hold of this and make a difference in your life, and you will feel good, and there's no doubt about it. Now, first of all, there's a lot of herbal products that really help. And one of the first things is ginseng, and ginseng is a great herbal product and been around a long, long time. And probably started out in China and Japan. A wonderful root can be very expensive to very inexpensive depending on what qualities you buy. And there's a lot of great research showing that it actually lowers down the outbreaks of genital herpes, so especially, and also oral herpes too. So and if you have one of those two, this will really help. And a small amount, maybe 400 to 600 milligrams for a day for 7 to 10 days, and take a break of a week and come back to it. And I'm going to get into a few other things that are really, really important at the end, which are really working at adjunct to these herbs also. So ginseng is one of them. Andrographis herb, which is another one here, and that's a great herb, powerful antiviral, antibacterial agent, and really does a great job at boosting up your immune system also, and also gets rid of some of the viruses in general, and works great in connection with using it with echinacea and golden seal, and as a potential antiviral cocktail, which was really great. So this is another great herb to use, and this is really powerful. I recommend like a quarter teaspoon for 7 to 10 days, daily for 7 to 10 days, and it really is powerful. So you don't want to use it for more than 7 to 10 days. So it really does a great job with herpes and also building up your immune system. Black currants are another great, simple, this is a berry, you know what I mean, that really boost up your immune system, and it also helps to check the outbreaks of genital herpes. Zinc, good old zinc. We talked about zinc. I have a whole video about zinc. In fact, you can look that up. And it also helps to boost up your immune system. What we really want to do with herpes is to boost up your immune system because we want to keep the herpes virus in check. And if we can boost up your immune system, we don't really have the outbreaks. And we're going to get into a little bit more about how to do that. But zinc is really great for topically. You can use it, and also taking it orally, and does a great job for even cold sores of another type of herpes also. And you can eat lots of high zinc foods also. That really helps too. Another herbal tea is Banlangen. I hope I'm saying that right. Banlangen Keli. As Banlangen, Keli. It's written down below, so you don't have to worry about it. And comes in 5-gram packets. Excuse me. And you take it 3 or 4 times a day for no more than 7 to 10 days. And this is a great immune booster also, and it works a great job of picking up your immune system and lowering down your outbreaks of herpes. So that's another great one, so you can think about that one. Olive leaf. I have a whole video about olive leaf and its amazing abilities, and it limits the herpes virus and found to kill the virus in general in clinical trials, and reducing the symptoms, and it also helps with fungal disease and yeast disease and agents. So it's a powerful agent, and I take it on a regular basis now and then, not every day. I don't recommend taking basically most herbs every day, unless they're food type herbs. And I'll get into some of those pretty soon. Also, blackcurrant is a nice food. And olive leaves, take it for 7 to 10 days. You could take one or two 400 milligram capsules and for 7 to 10 days, and then take a week off and then come back to it. And it's really great. And it boosts up your immune system and will get you going and healthy. Studies show also that lemon balm also helps with the topical application, helps with cold sores, and also helps with genital herpes too. Aloe Vera is another one that helps with topical application and helps with herpes in general. And you have to put it on multiple times a day, though. That's the thing about it. Licorice root. Now, licorice root is one of those I stress with caution because it, it is powerful, and you should. I recommend 7 to 10 days, but really I recommend 7 days in general, and taking a very small amount of licorice root. This is the Chinese licorice root. This is not the same as what they use in, the candy licorice. It's a total different thing, and very powerful, and it limits the herpes outbreaks and the herpes virus, in fact, and does a great job. But you can have reaction to it, and I've seen people hurt themselves with it for taking too much and too long. So be careful with it. Also, L-Lysine is a good supplement. This is a protein which is used by the body and does amazing things and all kinds of things. I have another video about that. You can watch that one also. And taking about a quarter teaspoon of L-Lysine 3 or 4 times a day works wonders for limiting the herpes outbreaks and lowering your symptoms down, and you'll feel good. It really does a great job with that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. A very simple protein which does a great job. Elderberry, that's another great one that has a great job. This is an immune booster in general and powerful antioxidant, and does a great job of fighting off the herpes infection. And you can use it in combination with garlic also, and that works a wonder drug type of thing to limit herpes in general. Also, garlic, as I said, garlic is a great immune booster. And if you take anywhere from 2 to 5 or 6 cloves, raw cloves every day, and mash them up or cut them up and drink them with honey or water or juice or whatever you want to use to get it down. It does a great job of lowering down the symptoms of herpes and boosting up your immune system. It's all natural. You don't have to worry about taking it for too long. You can take it forever, and it really does a great job. That's another one that I recommend. Here we're talking about food again, and food is the #1 place to go to for healing anything and everything, and I believe that with all my heart and soul. So that's a great one. Calendula also works well. If you have calendula, taking a small dose of calendula helps greatly with this. I recommend calendula should only be taken for my mind 7 to 10 days. I believe they all, herbs and supplements should only be taken for 7 to 10 days, unless they're a food supplement. And taking a small dose, somewhere between 250 milligrams, I recommend on the average, or lower. And also B complex, vitamin B complex is really good for boosting up our immune system. That really helps in a great way to make us feel better and lower down the symptoms and boost up our ability to fight off viral infections. So a great way to go. And you can take a lot of vitamin B because it comes out in your urine, so you don't have to really worry about it. I take vitamin B complex every morning. Every single morning. It does a great job. And also helps with your mood too. And sometimes when you have, herpes, you can get a little depressed or sad about the whole thing. Now, you don't beat yourself up. Things happen. Don't worry. You're still loved. And we're going to take care of you. Everything's going to work out. There are a lot of nice oils that'll help also, clove oil, tea tree oil, myrrh oil. Those type of oils also help in a great way that can be used topically, and you can take them orally. I don't recommend the clove oil orally. Myrrh oil you can take that way, and tea tree oil, it should be only used topically. And so allow yourself to use that on the outbreak areas. Also, astrologus works great. You should use astrologus. You know, they come usually in about 300 to 400 milligram capsules, and it really boosts up our immune system so we can fight off herpes in general, and boosting up our ability to fight off viruses in general. And it should be taken for no more than 7 to 10 days. In fact, I've seen people who take it for longer end up with an allergic reaction. So, use prudence when you use any kind of herb. I had somebody ask today about a particular herb creating a particular problem in the body, and I said, well, if you use it, like with prudence and like it's something important, and use it only in a short period of time, you don't have these problems or side effects that you normally would get when people take it for long periods of time. It's not made that way. Valium was originally valerian, and they made it into Valium. So these are medications. There's absolutely no doubt about it. So we want to use it, with reverence. You know what I mean? Pay homage to that herb. It's really important. And so we want to use as little as possible. Also, turmeric is a great immune booster, and I highly recommend it. This is food. You can take as much as you want. I take 1,600 milligrams every single morning, and it does a great job. There's so many new things showing that it keeps away cancer, boosts up our immune system, and all kinds of things. I mean, it's more and more and more that we're seeing about turmeric in general. We have a yard full of it outside. And I also buy it, the whole turmeric in capsules and in powder too. We keep it in the kitchen, so it makes a great ingredient to make that your soups and stews, like the yellow color, which is nice and really wonderful. And it's anti-inflammatory also. There's a Chinese formula which is made of jujube fruits, which are great little tiny apple type of things, cinnamon and ginger and peony and licorice, and that should only be taken for about 7 to 10 days and works great for boosting up your immune system. I recommend you go see your local Chinese physician in your area, the traditional Chinese physician. I have one in Chinatown in New York, and Dr. Frank is wonderful, and he helped me when I had my kidney disease many, many years ago. I couldn't even walk across the street, and I took his 20 teas, and I was walking in like fine. And now I'm totally cured after using my diet and a few other things, and moving through a process of healing kidney disease. And if you have kidney disease, please connect with me. I have a whole protocol for that you can use. Also, mushrooms. I mean, just about all the mushrooms that you can think of are immune boosters, like agricon, I hope I'm saying that right, mushrooms, Ganoderma, reishi mushrooms, just about all the mushrooms that you can think of have immune boosting power, and that does a great job of eliminating the symptoms. Also, they have multiple capsules with multiple different types of mushrooms in them, which are really good for immune boosting too. Some other herbs that will help is St. John's wort and sage. Sage is a wonderful herb for lowering down the blood sugar also, and works as well as some of the blood sugar medications they have, so that's something to think about. Also works great for increasing our immune system. Also, tea tree oil, but topically, like I said, rosemary oil, I recommend that topically also. And like I said, tea tree oil is very helpful for the outbreaks, and will get rid of them in general. I recommend you dilute it a little bit with a carrier oil, maybe sesame oil or something else, some light oil, some jojoba oil or something like that. Jojoba oil, or just about any oil you can think of, even olive oil would work. And it does a great job. Like I said, lemon balm and just about all the mints have really great antiviral capability. And a lot of studies have been done with mint and showing that the rosmaric acid, the caffeic acid, and the floric acids are really block this particular viral agent, and keep it from replicating. So really great. So really something special. In a double-blind study, lemon balm did a great job of, together with a Chinese rhubarb, to help in the process of coming up with outbreaks of genital herpes. Wonderful. Another herb you might not have heard of is Chinaberry, or Melia azuracata. I hope I'm saying that right. These words are about 25 miles long. Or China tree or China berry. And that has actually been done, a lot of studies on it showing it actually helps with the outbreaks of genital herpes also. And a study would actually show that it inhibited the replication of the virus. So, very interesting. A lot of people haven't heard of that, or have called Chinaberry, the common name, or China tree, and you can find that on Amazon and eBay. My Dr. Haider's Healing Tea, that'll boost up your immune system. If you use that, 2 or 3 times a week, you're going to be good. There's no doubt about it. And you can find that, you can Google it, or you can find it on YouTube. I think I have a YouTube segment about that also. And it's really important that you use meditation, because stress is a killer and it makes our immune system go down, and when you meditate it makes our immune system come up again. So meditation is really important. I put in an hour every morning and an hour in the evening just before bed. I do, and I sleep like a baby. There's no doubt about it. And meditation has so many studies about it showing that it helps with our immune system. Herbs in general should be used for no longer than about 7 to 10 days. And in general, there are some foods to avoid. Sugar. Sugar is going to activate this virus and make it go crazy. Alcohol is another one. Processed foods and fast foods, they're going to kill you. I'm telling you, they're not good for herpes either. Really highly acidic foods and foods that are rich in L-arginine really do a big number of increasing the problems with genital herpes, like chocolate, and that's one of them, and that type of thing. So some of the things to stay away from. In fact, that's part of my diet also. My diet, if you go to paulhaider.com, www.paulhaider, paulhaider.com, you can click on my diet in the upper right-hand corner. Follow it down. I have a couple people from Arizona here this week. They're following my diet for 2 weeks, and they're doing great. And actually, the young lady was feeling wonderful. So you can make a difference in your life. And she's working out with me. We have a whole gym in our house, so she's really doing good and walking that 7-8 miles with me. Also, you have to treat herbs with wisdom. You know what I mean? I've already talked about this. It's really important. Don't abuse them. That's important. Like I said, stress lowers your immune system. That's really important. So you want to treat your body with reverence, treat it with love, and everything's going to be just fine. But most of all, follow my diet. My diet is going to help you to become super anti-inflammatory as far as inflammation in your body, and that's going to prevent the outbreaks of the herpes virus, and you just won't have them. I've had so many people go on my diet and they no longer have their herpes virus outbreaks, and they live a normal life. So that's wonderful. And and it becomes a normal habit of eating this way, eating your rice, eating your beans, eating your, lots of veggies and green veggies, and drinking the green juices and stuff like that, and taking the chlorella. And so you get into a habit after a while, and it does a great job. So anyway, if you want to get a hold of me, my phone number is 831-869-9119. My email is drpaulhaider@gmail.com. If you click show more, it's down there. My Skype is drpaulhaider. And also my consults are no charge. But if you have a quick, short question, I'll be happy to help you. If we have to do, long, some person asked me about 20 questions the other day. There's no way I can answer that. We need to do a consult, and I recommend a donation for that. And we can really get down into asking you a few questions and find out what's going on with you, and we get you on the right road of healing with some herbs and some dietary processes that will make you feel great again. I'm absolutely positive of this. Absolutely positive, and I promise too. So we can make you feel great. And I will never go back. I used to have aches and pains, and I was screaming in pain with back pain at one time, and I feel great now. So have a wonderful day, and remember to enjoy life, laugh a lot, and remember that life is short. Enjoy it as much as possible, but most of all, remember, I love you.